Folks, I don't know how to say this, but NXT just did their first worst booking on their show last night for the first time this year. That was the worst fucking booking decision I have ever seen that night. I will explain to you more about that in a little bit. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. I'm Brennan Ingram here, back with another NXT review. So, of course, you know I'm going to be reviewing NXT, and I'm going to be telling you all what all happened on NXT last night. And so, before I get started with that, be sure you hit that like, subscribe button, turn on the bell for all notifications, so you won't miss all my Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown reviews on my channel, and much more. So, folks, you know I'm trying, and now, folks, I'm going to reveal to y'all the truth of why I've been doing these reviews. The reason why I've been doing these reviews, the real reason why, is because I'm trying to now become a future pro wrestling podcaster. So now you know why I've been doing these reviews. Because I am working on becoming, I'm putting into works of becoming a possible future podcaster. A possible future pro wrestling podcaster. Because I've been doing so good that now I feel like I'm confident that I can, go up, I'm confident that I can achieve my goal of being a future pro wrestling podcaster on my channel. For my channel. My YouTube channel is the home of my very own name. And I'm not kidding when I say that. It really is this YouTube channel really is the home of my very own name. Of my very own first and last name. Not my middle name. First and last name. Middle name doesn't count. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started here with the NXT review. Also, hold on, wait a minute. Also, follow me on Twitter. Like my Facebook page that I have created. I'm still going to boost it up. I always say I'm going to boost it up, but I never done it yet. That's just like my mom. Just like last night, my mom told me she hasn't got the tablet yet. She's working on getting it. Every time she says she's going to get it, she ain't got it. Same way. That's just like me. When I say I'm going to boost up my page, every time I say that, I never do it. I know it's a bad habit I have. I don't know why, but it's just a bad habit. Folks, I haven't been myself lately, man. I mean, I've got no real friends. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I've clearly got no real friends, no best friends, no girlfriend. No real best friends, no real friend, no real girlfriend around where I live. My only friend I had was Robert Stephen Gilmore, the one I went to school with, but he's gone. So I have any more real friends. I don't even have any enemies or allies in my life. I'm no target to anybody. I'm not even a target of anybody. Anybody of some sort. I questioned myself on Instagram, on my Instagram story. I typed in and said, what do you do when you don't have no friends, best friends, no real girlfriend? It's like, what do you do when you don't have no friends, no best friends, no girlfriend, and just family, just your parents? It's like, what do you do? I questioned myself that the last few days I was sitting outside on the porch on Instagram, listening to music on YouTube, just thinking. And I still cannot come up with an answer. It's like the answer's not there. It's just not. The answer just doesn't want me to be there. It's like the answer is there. It just doesn't want me to say it. It's kind of good and it's bad. I can tell you that much. It's good and it's bad. It's a good answer and it's a bad answer. But both at the same time. But I just can't come up with an answer, man, at this point. So anyways, I'm going to get started with the NXT review. And keep in mind one more thing. I was frustrated and stressed out because of that yesterday. Because I thought about Robert, because that scholarship I got way back in 2017, I got a scholarship way back on May the 26th, 2016. But come to find out, it was actually May the 26th, 2017. They put 16. It should have been 17, 2017. Because the month after that, I graduated. That month I got my scholarship. That month, May 26, 2017. That month I got that. I think that scholarship was made on May 26, 2016. Or they must have got the date wrong. I don't know. But see, me and Robert, I think what led to me getting that Robert Stephen Gilmore scholarship is the friendship that me and Robert had. What's the real friendship that me and Robert had for each other? The friendship. We were real friends in school. And, I had classes with him ever since I was new in Mr. Derek's class way back in, 2015 or 2014? Could have been 2013 or 2014, between there. So yeah, me and Robert were good friends. We were. He's gone now. I don't even have any friends, no real friends around here anymore. He was my only friend I had, my only real friend I had in my life. But anyways, I gotta go use the restroom real quick. Again. I done had to use it earlier, and now I gotta go use it again. So I'll be back, and then when I come back, we are seriously, this time, gonna start the review for real this time. I have to go use the bathroom. We'll start the review. What didn't work yesterday. But anyways, which didn't work yesterday, or the other day before, the day before that, which didn't work yesterday. I'm back, y'all. Once I get done with this NXT review, once I end it, I'm probably going to be outside on the porch listening to music again, trying to clear my mind. But clearly clearing my mind didn't work yesterday. That clearly didn't work yesterday when I sat outside on the porch. And it's probably clearly not going to work today either. Probably never going to work. not bringing myself down. I'm just telling the truth. Probably never gonna work. You know, having no friends, having no real friends, no real best friends, or no real girlfriend is hard. Hard in a lot of people's lives, especially mine. But, I told my mom about it. She was saying that God this and God that. She was saying all this stuff, which I don't know whether to believe her on it or not. I don't know if I could actually believe her saying all this stuff or not. But anyways, I'm going to get started this review this time. We're getting started for real this time. So, the opening segment. So, last night's edition of NXT would be the first to feature a live crowd, and they go right into one of the matches scheduled for that night. So, it was Drake Maverick versus Jake Atlas versus Kushida. So, here's what happened with this match last night. So, before the match started, they got Drake Maverick beating Kushida last week in the setup for tonight's triple threat match. So, Maverick and Kushida, they lock up. Atlas breaks the hold and they trade blows. Maverick uses his speed to take down Kushida. And Atlas hits Maverick with a backbreaker and goes for the pin, but Atlas breaks it up. So then Atlas hits a moonsault onto Kushida, then a springboard blockbuster on Maverick, pinning him for 2. Keep in mind, there's a lot of paragraphs to read. Atlas hits a neckbreaker on Kushida, also covering him for 2. Atlas chops at Kushida's chest, then Kushida takes down Atlas and Maverick with kicks and palm strikes. So then Kushida sets up Maverick on the top rope, but Atlas stops a superplex and gets Kushida in an electric chair. Kushida escapes and rolls up Atlas. Maverick tries to break up the pin, but Kushida hits Maverick with a bridging German suplex while continuing to pin Atlas. Maverick and Atlas kick out at 2. So they go to commercial break. Then back from commercial break that night, all 3 men were on their feet, trading strikes. Maverick and Atlas chase each other, but Maverick goes on the offense, hitting a dropkick on Atlas from the turnbuckle. Kushida goes for a back handspring kick on Maverick, but he hits Atlas and follows it up with a dive to Atlas and a tornado DDT on Maverick. So then Kushida goes for a cross arm breaker on Maverick. And keep in mind, I've been thinking about becoming a future pro wrestling podcaster for probably about maybe 4 to 5 years now. Ever since I've been bored and haven't been having claimed to not have been having much to do. Because I think watching JD's off the script, I realized that becoming a future pro wrestling podcaster would be fun. It would be good for me to express my feelings on what I thought on every wrestling show, like I do on my YouTube channel, like I'm doing now on my NXT review. But anyways, Kushida goes for a cross arm breaker on Maverick, but Maverick rolls up Kushida for a pin. So yeah, Kushida kicks out at 2, and Atlas nails at Maverick with kicks, kicking him out. With a kick, not kicks, but with a kick. Y'all know what I mean. Then hits a brain buster on Kushida, pinning him, but Maverick breaks up the pin. Atlas runs at Maverick in the corner, but he avoids and hits a slided bread on Atlas, covering him, but Kushida breaks up the pin. Kushida kicks away at Maverick, then takes him out with a palm strike. Atlas hits Kushida with a German suplex, and Kushida rolls out of the ring. Atlas scoop slams Maverick, then goes to the top rope. Atlas hits Maverick with the Rainbow DDT, then covers him, but Kushida breaks up to pin. Atlas hits Kushida with a pump kick, then focuses back on Maverick. Atlas goes to the top rope again. Kushida interrupts Atlas's climb. Kushida follows Jake to the top rope, and Maverick hits Atlas with a leaping forearm, knocking Atlas off the top rope. Kushida, still on the top rope, locks in an armbar on Maverick, but Atlas kicks the armbar loose. Kushida and Atlas are on the top rope, and Kushida goes for his rolling arm breaker as Atlas, and laying on the mat with the arm breaker on Maverick, lays an arm across Atlas, covering him. The referee counts to 3, and the referee gives the pinfall victory to Drake. Now, overall, don't get me wrong, this match was fantastic, but the way they booked Drake Maverick to win over Kushida was absolutely beyond ridiculous, and garbage, for that matter. So, the booking, this was the worst booking decision ever by WWE, having Drake Maverick to win over Kushida. This was the worst booking decision ever. It was. In my opinion, this was the worst booking decision ever. Anyways, they could have had Kushida or Jake Atlas easily. They could have easily booked Kushida or Atlas to win over Drake Maverick. They could have had one of them to win over Drake Maverick, because these NXT young talent deserve an opportunity for that interim NXT Cruiserweight Championship. They deserve it more than Drake Maverick does. Don't forget, Drake Maverick's been manager for 205 Live. He's held the Cruiserweight title. He's taken some from people that had to relinquish the Cruiserweight Championship. So, after Drake Maverick's victory, El Hijo del Fantasma comes down to the ramp and shakes Maverick's hand. They share a few words of respect, and both look at the NXT Cruiserweight Championship, while Kushida seems to have a dispute. Tom Phillips tells us on commentary that the finals are Fantasma versus Maverick. They were told that night that Charlotte will defend her women's championship against both Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley at NXT TakeOver in Your House. And they said later that night, Shirai and Ripley would face off against Charlotte and a partner of Charlotte's choosing that night. So they went to commercial break, and back from commercial break, they shown Kurt Angle backstage talking to Timothy Thatcher about Thatcher's match with Matt Riddle later tonight. And then they are shown a replay of the ending of the previous triple threat match, and they are shown that Jake Atlas actually tapped out right before the referee counted 3 for Maverick, but Maverick is still awarded the victory. So, next up we had Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. So, I'm pretty sure you know which Johnny Gargano I'm talking about because there's only one Johnny Wrestling. There's only one Johnny Gargano. And that's pretty much this one. Yeah, there's only one Johnny Gargano. That one. Oh, there's also only one heel Candice LeRae. She's not the babyface Candice LeRae she used to be no more. She's more like this Candice LeRae now. Yeah, she's that one. So, Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano come out. Gargano talks about how people are misconstruing, I guess, his work. And he doesn't want to get rid of anyone. He just wants to make the show better and give people opportunities. So Johnny and Candice get in the ring, and Johnny announces that tonight will be the first Johnny Gargano Invitational. So yeah, he said again he would announce that tonight will be the first Johnny Gargano Invitational. So he says that tonight the first participant of the first Johnny Gargano Invitational will be Adrian Alanis. So here's what happened with the match between Johnny Gargano and Adrian Alanis. Gargano offers a handshake to Alanis, but then cheap shots him in the face. Gargano pounds into Alanis' face over and over again. Alanis fights back with a strike to Gargano's face, but Gargano comes back with a super kick, then a Gargano escape. Alanis taps out. So this was a great squash match for Johnny Gargano to further build him up with his feud with Keith Lee, the feud that him and Candice LeRae currently have with Keith Lee and Mia Yim. This was a good squash match victory for Johnny Gargano. So while Johnny Gargano and Candice celebrate in the ring, we see a parody video of the Gargano dinners with Mia Yim and Keith Lee on the large throne. Yim and Lee make fun of their weird promos with the sound effects and the lighting. Yim says that LeRae is unhappy because she has never won a title, and Lee mocks Gargano for being short. Tegan Knox suddenly appears the door and delivers a pizza from Gargano's pizza. Yeah, she appeared at the door and delivers a pizza from Gargano's pizza, then steals a slice and walks away. Yim calls out Gargano and LeRae. Yim and Lee toast to making Gargano pay. So backstage, we see an interview with Maverick. He is asked about how Atlas tapping out. Maverick says that he wants to do things the fair way as he is talking. Kushida tells Maverick to go ahead and go into the finals, and Maverick says that he wants Kushida to have the first shot at the Cruiserweight Championship if he wins. And they would go to the commercial break. Then back from the commercial break, it's the new NXT Tag Team Champions. I mean, clearly you all should know by now who I'm talking about. Because clearly they beat Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher fair and square last week for those NXT Tag Team titles. They defeated them and became the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Of course, I am talking about Imperium's own Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner. We're talking about these guys. So So it went to commercial. Back from commercial, Imperium cuts a backstage promo about being the new NXT Tag Team Championships. You know, being the new NXT Tag Team Champions. You know, they talk about how they will keep the NXT Tag Team Champions, and they call out Arnie Larkin and Daddy Burch specifically for mocking them. Or specifically, rather, for mocking them. Gotta work on correcting my words right a little bit, which I've been trying to do the last few days. But anyways, now here's another worst booking of the match. Here's another, you want to talk about the booking that they did with Drake Maverick winning over Kushida, when it clearly should have had Kushida or Jake Atlas winning over Drake Maverick, in my opinion. Well, I think the worst booking was that, you know, Jake Atlas tapped out, and I don't even think Drake Maverick even locked in a submission, first of all. So, Kushida, if that's the case, if Kushida locked in the armbar on Jake Atlas, Kushida should have been the victor of the matchup. Because it clearly showed that, they said it clearly showed that Atlas tapped out before the 3 count. So, that gives me the belief that Kushida should have been the victor of the matchup. Because even on the article, it says that they shown that Jake Atlas actually tapped out right before the referee counted 3 for Maverick, but Maverick is still awarded the victory. It doesn't make sense. Kushida should have been awarded the victory instead of Maverick. That was the worst booking decision ever by WWE. That was bad. That was bad. And you want to talk about this worst booking decision? This was not the only worst booking decision. The victory, as far as the victory decision for this match between Raquel Gonzalez and Shotzi Blackheart, yeah, at the end of this match, at the end of reading what happened with this match, I'm going to tell you. I'm actually going to tell you who should have been the victor of this match. So it was, of course, it was, so last night, another match took place. It was Shotzi Blackheart versus Raquel Gonzalez with Dakota Kai at ringside. Which I am talking about this Shotzi Blackheart. This is the one I'm talking about right here. Yep, that's the one I'm talking about. Shotzi Blackheart's gonna figure out why Tegan Nox didn't come out to help her. The reason why Tegan Nox didn't come out to help her because Tegan Nox was distracted by Candice LeRae, who came out for the second time in a row, which they should have had her coming out the first time and not the last 2 times. I mean, I don't think that was I mean, I don't know why they had her coming out the second time. Oh, remember? Oh yeah, y'all remember? I just read because Tegan Nox was in the throne, she had Johnny Gargano's pizza in her hand, and she got a slice of it. So I guess Candice LeRae felt disrespected because Tegan Nox was in the throne, was in a Titron video with them. So maybe that gave Candice LeRae the reason to come out to distract Tegan Nox. So now I just figured that out. See how quick I kind of figured that out? Yeah, it took me probably 4 or 5 seconds to figure that shit out. Real quick. Anyways. So here's what happened with this match between Blackheart and Gonzalez. Gonzalez immediately overpowers Blackheart, but Shotzi tries to use her speed to her advantage. Raquel takes Shotzi down with a series of shoulder tackles. Raquel picks up Shotzi, but Shotzi fights back by targeting Raquel's left arm. Shotzi tries to hit a Hurricane Rana and a rolling crucifix, but Raquel fights out. Raquel goes for an elbow drop, but Shotzi hits a kick on Raquel. Dakota Kai gets in Shotzi's tank and tries to distract her, but Tegan Nox comes down and takes out Kai with a kick. Shotzi rolls up Raquel for 2, and they go to commercial break. So back from commercial break, Raquel is dominating Shotzi. Raquel's dominating Shotzi. Raquel hits Shotzi with a power slam and pins her for 2. Raquel locks in a bear hug on Shotzi, but Shotzi hits Raquel with a series of elbows to the head, forcing a break. Raquel hits her with a pendulum backbreaker, covering her for 2. Shotzi hits Raquel with kicks to the head, then locks an ankle lock. Raquel escapes, but Shotzi hits her with a running senton. Raquel leaves the ring, and Shotzi hits a Kofi Kingston Esquivel Trust fall on both Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Candice LeRae comes down to the ring, confronts Tegan Nox for Nox's actions during the previous promo. The referee leaves the ring to deal with the situation, and he misses Dakota Kai attacking Shotzi when Shotzi was on the top rope. The referee returns to the ring just in time to see Gonzalez hit Shotzi with a power slam and covering her for 3. I don't think that was right. The booking decision should have been Shotzi Blackheart winning. Should have been Shotzi Blackheart winning over Raquel Gonzalez. I don't even think it was right for Candice LeRae to even come out to distract Tegan Nox, because the match should have been about the Shotzi Blackheart. The match should have been Shotzi Blackheart with Tegan Nox ringside versus Raquel Gonzalez with Dakota Kai ringside, not Candice LeRae coming out to help Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. That was a bad booking by WWE right there. That was another bad booking decision. That wasn't cool. That was another bad booking decision right there. That wasn't cool. Because the referee didn't even see what happened in the ring. The referee should have been paying attention to the ring instead of paying attention to what's going on outside the ring. That's what should have been happening. That's what should have been happening. So anyways, after the match, Tegan Nox gets in the ring, checks on Shotzi, and Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez retreat up the ramp. So we get a video package hyping up the match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest's match at TakeOver in Your House. Up next, it said that night, up next, match between Rhea Ripley and Charlotte and her tag team partner. So it said first a commercial break, then back for commercial break, they head into the match. So they head right to the match right off the bat. And I don't even know if I personally enjoyed this match or not. I watched it. I don't even know if I enjoyed it. Sorry, I keep getting phone calls. It's getting on my nerves. Today is just constant. Today has not been like that. It's probably been 2-3 days since we haven't got phone calls. The same number keeps calling. I wish that number will stop calling here because nobody is here but me. And we don't know who it is. So these people need to quit calling. Anyways. Plus, I'm trying to do my NXT review, and I don't need no phones ringing when I'm trying to do an NXT review, because that is rude. That is really, really rude. Anyways. So, next match on last night's NXT was Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, Charlotte Flair, partner was revealed to be Chelsea Green, the tag team partner last night. It was revealed to be Chelsea Green. Yep, it was Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, Charlotte Flair, and Chelsea Green. This was a perfect tag team match. This was the perfect tag team match. I just don't know what my thoughts on the match was. I just watched it and just didn't know what to think. You know, sometimes you don't know what to think of matches, of certain matches you watch. Sometimes you have to look up close to watching the matches and have a reaction. But it's like when you watch certain matches, you don't have a reaction. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. It's just the way it is. Anyways, I didn't have a reaction to this match, so I don't know what my reaction would be in this match. So anyways, here's what happened with the match between Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai versus Charlotte Flair and Chelsea Green. So Ripley and Green start the match. Ripley taunts Charlotte and throws down Green. Ripley runs at Green, but Green rolls out of the way. Green hits Ripley and in the back, but Ripley comes back with an STO. Ripley runs at Charlotte and Green grabs her. Ripley hits Green with a headbutt and Io tags in. Io lays into the Green with chops, then hits her with a dropkick to Green's knee. Green sits in the corner and Io stomps away and kicks at her. Shirai goes for her tiger kick, but Green evades and sends Io to the outside, then hits a tope into Io. Green gets Io back in the ring, then tags in Charlotte. Charlotte kicks away at Io in the corner. Green tags back and Io tosses Green out of the ring and hits a diving crossbody into Green on the outside. Io follows and tosses Green into the barricade on the outside. Io tries to roll Green back into the ring, but Green instead tosses Io on the barricade, then rolls her back in the ring, and they go to commercial break. So then when they came back from commercial break, Charlotte had Io in a headlock. Then she tosses to the mat. She tosses Io to the mat. Rhea reaches for a tag, but Charlotte pulls Io away. Charlotte chops at Rhea and taunts Ripley. Charlotte accidentally chops Chelsea Green, and Io tries to use a distraction to get at Rhea for the tag, but Charlotte blocks again. Chelsea Green tags in, and Io gets to Ripley finally. Ripley hits knee strikes on Green, followed by a snapmare and drop kicks. Rhea hits a facebuster on Green, pinning her. Charlotte breaks it up the pin. Chelsea tags in Charlotte, and Charlotte hits Rhea with a big boot. Charlotte goes for the figure 8, but Shirai breaks it up and tags in. Io hits Charlotte with her double knees in the corner, covering her for 2. Io hits a double foot stomp on Charlotte, then hits a tiger kick to go for a springboard drop kick, but Chelsea Green pushes Charlotte out of the way. Charlotte goes to taunt Ripley in the corner, and Io tries to hit Charlotte, but Charlotte dodges it, and Io hits Ripley. Charlotte rolls up Io and uses the ropes for leverage, pinning her for 3. So the winners, Charlotte Flair and Chelsea Green. So backstage, Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano, so to speak, were interviewed backstage. Gargano calls out Lee for NXT TakeOver, and Candice calls out Mia Yim for next week. She also says Tegan Nox should be ashamed of herself. Kurt Angle's backstage talking Matt Riddle backstage about the match later that night. So we were told that night that Adam Cole and Roy Regal would navigate about something. presumably Cole's title match for TakeOver in Your House on NXT. So it went on commercial break, and then after the commercial break, back from commercial break, Adam Cole and William Regal are having a Zoom conference. Regal asks Cole what he has in mind. Cole brags about being the longest reigning champion in NXT history. He complains about Velveteen Dream, and Cole says that the Undisputed Era deserve a fair shot at the NXT Tag Team Championship. So Adam Cole is actually saying two of members of his Undisputed Era deserves a title at the tag team titles, and he wants Regal to keep Velveteen Dream away from Cole. Regal says that he thinks Dream deserves another shot at Cole's title, and he says that Dream's match will probably have the match at NXT TakeOver in Your House. Cole complains about Dream being an attention hog. Regal says that Cole is just like Dream in that way. Cole is upset about the comparison. Cole says that if he beats Dream at TakeOver in Your House, he wants to stop Dream from challenging again for the title again if Cole wins. Regal agrees to Cole's terms and says that he will find a location for Cole and Dream to fight that will allow both of them to obtain the spotlight, and that is Regal's only condition. Cole agrees, and they go to commercial break. So back for commercial break, we see a promo video package hyping up Danny Burch and Artie Larkin. And then, this is what led to the next match of last night's NXT. Tommaso Ciampa squash match against Leo Ruff. Or should I say Leon Ruff? Leon Ruff reminds me of Leo Rush. I mean, he literally does remind me of Leo Rush. Literally does. So here's what happened with the match between Leo Ruff and Tommaso Ciampa. This was a quick squash match, easy squash match for Tommaso Ciampa. So while Ciampa makes his way down the ring, Scarlett appears on the entrance ramp with Karrion Kross, but she stares Ciampa down from the ramp. Ross tries to use the distraction and roll up Ciampa for the pinfall, but Ciampa kicks out and takes out Ruff with a shining wizard. Ciampa hits Ruff with a running knee in the corner and stares at Scarlett. Ciampa hits Ruff with the fairy tale ending, still staring down Scarlett, and he pins Ruff for the victory. So Scarlett and Ciampa continue to stare each other down after the bell rings. Ciampa waves at Scarlett as she walks up the ramp, but Karrion Kross comes on the throne. He says that he agrees that Ciampa is special and that NXT TakeOver is also special, but he also says that he's going to make Ciampa feel something that he has never felt in his life. So then up next was the main event. Main event of the evening on last night's NXT. So the main event of the evening was Matt Riddle versus Timothy Thatcher. So here's what simply happened with this match between Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher. So they had a special guest referee Kurt Angle for this match too, by the way. Just thought I'd remind y'all that. So at the start of the match, Riddle goes fight after Thatcher, taking him down and pounding away at Thatcher's head. Riddle goes for an early submission attempt, then kicks away at Thatcher. Keep in mind this was a fight pit kind of match. So Thatcher catches Riddle's legs and goes for a sleeper hold. Riddle runs up the side of the cage to get behind Thatcher and hit a released German suplex. Riddle hits a running Broton on Angle. We are reminded that this match can only end via knockout or tap out. Thatcher chops at Riddle's chest, but Riddle returns with a kick to Thatcher's face. Thatcher starts bleeding from the mouth, and Riddle kicks supposedly knocked a tooth out. Angle signals for medical staff to come down to the ring, and they inspect Thatcher's mouth as they go to commercial break. So I'm back for commercial, and Riddle hits Thatcher, mounted Thatcher, and Riddle trade blows as to get back to their feet. Thatcher goes for an armbar, but Riddle blocks. Thatcher hits Riddle with a suplex, then goes for a heel hook. Thatcher transitions into a single leg crab, then a modified STF. Thatcher releases the hold and lays his knees into Riddle's midsection. Thatcher kicks away at Riddle, and Angle forces him back. Riddle gets to his feet at the 5 count, but Thatcher follows up with a butterfly suplex and a crossface. But Riddle reverses and goes for the bro mission. Thatcher picks the leg and wrenches Riddle's right leg and knee. Thatcher transitions into a mount and pounds at Riddle, but Riddle reverses into a mount of his own. Thatcher uses this opportunity to go for a triangle, but Riddle picks up Thatcher and goes for a sort of powerbomb. Thatcher escapes by holding on to tap. Thatcher escapes by holding on to the top platform. Riddle gives chase to the top platform, and Riddle and Thatcher trade blows at the top platform, both the mat. Thatcher chases Riddle, but Riddle kicks away at Thatcher. Thatcher catches a kick and goes for the ankle lock. Riddle rolls onto his back and kicks away at Thatcher, who releases the hold. Riddle goes for a running Broton, but Thatcher moves and Riddle crashes hard on the platform. Thatcher hits Riddle with a suplex onto the platform. Thatcher looks to go for a butterfly suplex off the top of the platform. Riddle escapes and hits Thatcher with a ripcord knee strike, which sends Thatcher crashing to the mat. Riddle hits a floating bro from the platform. Back on the mat, Riddle kicks and chops away at Thatcher's chest, but Thatcher dodges a kick and locks in a rear naked chin hold on Riddle. Riddle drives Thatcher around the ring, slamming Thatcher into the cage wall. Riddle slams his body weight onto Thatcher onto the mat, but Thatcher won't release the hold. Riddle looks to be passed out, and Angle lifts Riddle's arm, gets no reaction, and calls for the bell. So Thatcher wins. Thatcher celebrated at the top of the platform above the ring as NXT went off air. So ladies and gentlemen, this is my reaction. Actually, my reaction to my thoughts on last night's NXT. was that it was okay. I guess you could say the show was okay. Even though the triple threat match, the way the triple threat match ended was garbage. And the way the match ended between Raquel Gonzalez and Shotzi Blackheart, I don't think that was also right either. And there's 2 squash matches for Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa were perfect. They were great. And the tag team match wasn't all that great. It was okay. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't really all that great. The tag team match between Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, and Chelsea Green and Charlotte Flair. So this week's NXT was pretty much okay. I would say it's up at the top of the ladder. I'm talking about this week's NXT. I wouldn't say it was great, good, or bad at all. It was just simply okay. This show was just simply okay. That's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of your May the 27th, 2020 NXT review. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you got everything you need to know about last night's NXT and what happened on NXT. So, thanks for watching. Be sure you always hit that like, subscribe button, and turn on all bell for notifications. Very important. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Peace. I will be tuning in for my Friday Night SmackDown review either Friday night or Saturday morning, because I'll be reviewing Friday Night SmackDown. It'll probably be Saturday morning because I'll probably be on the game early tomorrow, because on worldoftanks.com site it said that tomorrow is going to be Tier 8 ranked battles. So, again, on the console.worldoftanks.com site, it said it'll be Tier 8 ranked battles tomorrow. For those of you that are watching that play World of Tanks, they're watching my review. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of your May the 7th, 2020 NXT review. I'm out. Peace. Have y'all selves a good Thursday, and I will try to hang in there. I will try to have a good Thursday. I will try to hang in there. Oh, it's freaking gnats flying in here. I will try to have a good Thursday. I will try the best I can. I don't know if I can bear with not having no real friends, best friends, or girlfriends around, But I'll try. But have a good Thursday. Stay safe. Keep your hands clean. And stay away from the coronavirus. And always wear a mask going to work. Don't go without a mask, or you will definitely get the virus. So, have y'all selves a great rest of your Thursday. And you will hear from me Saturday morning on my Friday Night SmackDown review. So I'm actually going to be doing my Friday Night SmackDown review Saturday morning. So, peace, I'm out.